happened just about a year ago. I had just gotten home and I went straight to my room, and usually I'll hear noises in the basement and I'll go out and check them out, but there's nothing there. I had walked out and then saw that there was nothing as usual, and then turned back around and then heard a thud. I went out and I turned back. There was like this remote control car that had fallen, and it had been there for months. There was no airflow in the room. The remote was right next to it, and it was on this bin that couldn't just roll off suddenly. The morning after, I was in my room. I was still kind of in a daze from waking up, but I have bangs, so it's easy to tell when something touches my forehead, and something did. It felt like a hand. One time I was on the phone with my friend, and I was sitting on my bed in view of the door, and sometimes I'll look at this door, and it was a bright door. It's a creaky house, so it's easy to hear when someone comes down. Like, if my brothers or my parents were to come down, you could hear. There was no one else in the basement at the time, and I saw a shadow move across the door. I was talking to my friend, and I was walking past the mirror. I saw this, person-like shadow come out from behind this pillar that we have in the hallway. I guess it just popped its head out for a quick second, and I looked back. There was nothing there. So then I went out into the room again to check, but again, there's nothing there. I was on the phone with a friend, and my parents had called me up to do a chore, which took about 10 minutes. I came back, my brothers were helping me, so I knew that it was not them, because I know that they like to mess with me sometimes. But I came back, and my friend was like, "Were you in here?" And I told her, "No, I wasn't in the room, I was gone." And she's like, "Are you sure? Because I heard a noise." And I was like, "Yeah." And then she had told me that she hears these noises constantly when we're on the phone, when I'm gone. I was in the basement, and it was this general living room, and there was this desk, because at the time I was doing this online course, and no one else was in the house. They were all gone. And like I said, I had no pets at this time, so it's easy to hear when there are footsteps or movements. I had heard kind of slow creaking from right above me, and I went to go check it out, and there was nothing there. Sometimes I'm thinking, is there a ghost? Is it someone messing with me? I guess I think, am I seeing or hearing things? I'm not sure if the reason these happen in the basement only is because, I don't know, things are trapped. Because I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but my parents are Christian, so we've got a staircase, and it's got one side, the railing, and then the other side, it has a full wall of crosses lining it. If I were to go count the crosses right now, there'd probably be somewhere around 20, 25 or something. I guess my parents use it as decoration. They are Christian, so they do crosses and stuff. So they are around the house. Sometimes I'll tell them, "Hey, I heard something." They're like, "You're just probably hearing things or seeing things." So I think, they think I'm crazy. I was by myself, and I had heard something behind me, and I turned around. There was nothing there. And then it was kind of footsteps or wind or something. I don't know, like something scratching across the floor. And it got closer, and I turned around again. There was still nothing there. So I'm not sure if it's related to the house or something else. Nothing bad has happened with it yet. Just creepy stuff that creeps me out in the moments, like the footsteps or shadows. Sometimes there will be knocking in the walls. So I guess it just creeps me out in the moment, but then after, it doesn't really creep me out as much. I was watching a movie with my friend, and we were doing this, like, over the phone. So we were watching, I think it was The Conjuring 2. This time I was upstairs at my dining room table, and the kitchen is right behind me. And I was sitting right in front of the bar that we have. So at this point I had heard knocking behind me, so I paused the movie immediately and called my friend. I was like, hey, I know we were watching, but I heard knocking right behind me. I'm thinking it's probably maybe a ghost or many in the house, maybe someone who has lived here previously because it is old, or if it's not the house because it only happens to me. Maybe it's something connected to me or something like that. I'm not sure.
Hey, see you in the next story.